Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Southside Jet podcast with Charlie and Zom. Hope you guys enjoyed last episode. And before we get into what we are doing today for this episode, it is currently 3:44 Monday, July 26th. We have a huge announcement to make. We are coming up on 1 year doing this podcast, and we really wanted to do something special for it. And we have a line up of guests for you guys that we will be putting out one episode a day. Yeah, one episode a day in early August. We'll let you guys know on Twitter, but we actually just did one today. I'm not going to say who with just yet, but we will put this episode out right as it's finished. And now for the second announcement. We have Eloy Jimenez back. Zidane, how excited are you? What you pulled up in this suit? Why'd you pull up in the clip-on tie? Why with the suit on?
I have to explain this first. See, Charlie, playing some pretty big things here. I think you would agree, right?
Yep.
We're partnering with some pretty big people, hopefully. So we have to look more professional. And because of COVID, I have sports shorts on, if you could not tell. I was told this was Zoom meeting attire. I don't know about you, Charlie, but I think I look pretty damn good.
Wow.
So,
Zidane.
obviously, I look good in this suit, so I had to wear it. I know. I'm sorry, Charlie, you can't look as dapper as me, but we'll
Yeah, I
figure
have
that
the
out another day.
soccer jersey on. Wait, right before this.
I don't see no tie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we're now on YouTube. So the last episode we posted was on YouTube, and every episode from now on will be on YouTube. But if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music, I feel sorry for you or Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this podcast, I feel sorry for you because you can't see Zidane in his nice suit. But Eloy Jimenez is back. Zidane, what does that mean?
That means more home runs. That means more fun. That means Eloy's not dead. I mean, at the start of the year, Charlie, we had his jersey hanging in the locker all signed. Like he just
Thought he
died.
was dead.
He was dead. But thankfully, the big baby, as they call him, the heart and soul of the White Sox, dare I say, one of the most important players in the clubhouse, is back. And sure, mental state of the team, higher. Batting average, higher. Home runs, higher, Charlie. It's going to be a fun time at Kauffman Stadium. I don't care. Kauffman Stadium is not really a hitter's park. It's more of a pitcher's park. I think you would agree, Charlie. But
it's a good park.
Eloy Jimenez do not care. No, yo no sé. Kauffman Park. Okay. So, Eloy Jimenez back today. Lineup has not been released, but I think soon. I think it's at 4, so very soon, actually. We'll probably have it during this episode. But it's going to be, just Eloy Jimenez in a White Sox jersey with those red batting gloves, with that batting stance, hitting Eloy bombs. It's going to be so fun. With fans back at Guaranteed Rate Field. Don't get me started, Charlie.
That next home series.
But right before this World Series and right before the day, we've had a big series for the White Sox. I believe 3 games with the number 1 place Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central. You know, people were saying this NL Central will be more competitive, but Brewers have basically ran away with the division so far up until the trade deadline. You know, trade deadlines changes a lot of things. It would mean the Cubs were in last. Maybe the Reds get better. Who knows? But surely, I think we have to recap such an important series for the White Sox. For the MLB, I mean, people were saying possible World Series preview. I mean, you think about that 2 years ago. People are like, what? What are these dudes talking about? But I mean, the rotation, the usability of the offense with just players coming in and producing. Willie Adames, Christian Yelich. These are 2 great teams. Charlie, you want to start us off with game 1. Not a very good one for the White Sox, but it was a game.
Yeah, just FYI, guys, it's not going to be a long episode just because, we're busy today, but we're definitely making it up to you guys with all these guest episodes. That'll be really fun. But yeah, the first game was a 7-1 loss, and You know, I watch every game. I miss a couple, but this game was not fun to watch. Listen, Aaron Bummer, we've talked about him a lot, and we said a good Aaron Bummer is one of the best relievers in the league. And again, the bad Aaron Bummer showed up. So that was not good. I'm going to get his exact stat line up right now. Or it was, did I say 7-1 loss? It was 7-2 because we got the Vaughn garbage time home run at the end of it. But Aaron Bummer, actually, Cease went that game, and I mean, 3 earned runs. It's not terrible against a pretty hot Brewers team. But wait, I
don't think you're looking at the right game, Charlie.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
So I'll take over for you right now.
It was Bummer. It was Bummer
in.
was it Bummer? Wait, no. I'm looking at the Minnesota. Okay, sorry. Let me restart. I clicked.
You want me to go for now?
No. I clicked the wrong game. I clicked the Twins game. Sorry. Now we're back. We're back to it's been a long day. But yes, it was Lucas Giolito who went that game. And did he have his stuff that he had for his complete game performance? No, but I mean, it was 1 earned run, 6 innings pitched, and 3 Ks. It's definitely not his best stuff. But Aaron Bummer gives up 3 runs on 2 walks, and it seems like he gets the first runner or the first at bat. That runner always gets on, either it's by a walk or by a hit. So, like, why do you think that is? It's just been tough for Bummer.
I mean, look at his ERA right now, Charlie. It's 4.96. And this is not a guy, obviously, he was on the IL recently, but he has had innings. I mean, he's our main setup guy now in his turn to Michael Kopech, who has been amazing. But obviously, it was Aaron Bummer. I mean, Charlie, we were talking about like this guy being one of the best relievers in baseball. A great arm slot, great stuff. A sinker, cutter, slider, fastball. That's a weird pitch repertoire, which he could all usually pitch very well with. And I mean, I have no idea what's happened, but the control's just not there. And when you're Aaron Bummer with that weird arm slot and that stuff, you need control because you can't throw a wipeout slider and hit it like throw it at the batter's feet. It's got to be a little bit, like just a little bit closer. And the fastball is just not there, and he's not hitting the cutters. And then when your sinker misses, I mean, Aaron Bummer's sinker is a very good pitch when it hits the strike zone. He just hasn't been doing that. And to talk about the first batter always getting on, I mean, it feels almost superstitious to talk about it, but it's true. I mean, every time he comes out of the bullpen, you see him warming up, a walk, a single. And then, I mean, this was one of his worst performances. He could not find the strike zone. I believe it is this game or maybe the next where he goes 9 straight pitches or walks. I mean, balls, 9 straight balls, 2 4-pitch walks. What is that? And then Ryan Burr comes in. He also does not pitch well.
And he only gets so 1 out. It's disappointing.
Did start off well, but obviously never lasted. Ronaldo Lopez, though, got 1 inning of work. Didn't allow anything. Hey, Ronaldo for ace. Ronaldo. Cy Young contention.
I wouldn't get carried away, but yeah, I've seen enough of Ronaldo Lopez in the past. But hey, who knows? A bullpen arm. I guess we kind of need one right now, but we better buy and we better make some moves. But honestly, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, our pitching wasn't good and our hitting wasn't good, but the Brewers pitching is just unreal. Like, we talked about it in the short preview we had last episode. When you're coming in with Freddie Peralta, then you got Hauser, then you got Boxberger, Strickland, and you don't even show Josh Hader, and obviously Devin Williams wasn't playing. Like, it's just a scary lineup to have to go against. That lineup and the pitching. I mean, like, Willy Adames, he didn't have the best series, but he was on fire before this. And Rowdy Tellez absolutely destroyed us. Same with Tyrone Taylor, who hit the grand slam. Rowdy Tellez, Freddie Galvis, Tyrone Taylor, Nelson Cruz, obviously, they're all known White Sox killers now, I feel like. And I feel like it's probably with like every team, they have a player that kills that kills their own team. But I feel like it's us. Like we probably have like we're probably number one with most players that destroy us. Like I feel like if we're going against a bad team, it's always that one player who tries to like spoil the party for us. But
Eric Haas.
yeah, oh Eric Haas. I mean, he must be
I
number
mean,
one
he's
on that
still
list.
raking, so I guess you could
Yeah,
say
I
he's
guess
just a
he's good
killer
against
for
everything.
everybody.
Yeah. Second game's it on. Another one-run score for the White Sox, a 6 for the Brewers, and Corbin Burns. They pulled him because they wanted to put in a pinch hitter, but it doesn't matter. Like he was electric, but it doesn't matter because they they have that bullpen with Suter. They put in Suter, he shut it down. I mean, it was just a really tough series. I mean, Zan, what did you think? About our hitting. Tim Anderson goes 0 for 4 for the first time in a while, and Gavin Sheets. Obviously, we're not gonna know what he can do against the best of the best pitching for a while, but I'm still really high on Gavin Sheets. Abreu not the best series, and Moncada I don't really know, but one thing I want to highlight about this series, and not like this game specifically, is Brian Goodwin's defense. The routes he's taken to some of these balls are it's not it's really not good. And he started off as a pretty decent fielder, and he's not really slow, but Luis Robert makes all of the plays that he missed this past series. I think. What are your thoughts on Goodwin? And he slowed down hitting wise, but I want to know your thoughts.
I mean, it was going to be eventual, but I think he can still be, a productive player and above replacement level, which is all you need for a guy you originally signed to like a minor league contract. I think $1 million is it, or somewhere around there. But I do want to highlight one guy who I think played very well in this series, and that's Andrew Vaughn. I mean, he goes 3 for 4 in the 7-1 loss. Obviously, hits a bomb. He goes 2 for 4 again. Does get the one run the White Sox scored. He showed out this series. They batted him pretty high in the lineup, at least for the first 2 games. I believe so. And he's played well. I mean, we saw it throughout the year. Against lefties, he was raking. And I mean, he still has. But now you're seeing him more against righties. That exit velocity started to carry him to more hits, more doubles, more extra base hits. And I think it's really the same thing with Juan Soto. I mean, Charlie, you may have seen this. He is going off in the second half, has like 7 home runs, some of the most in the MLB. But Andrew Vaughn is like Juan Soto in this way that they do have pretty high exit velocity. Obviously, Andrew Vaughn is no Juan Soto yet. Juan Soto's numbers are insane, but Andrew Vaughn on a different level, but same type, where the exit velocity was high, he just was getting unlucky. He's started to get lucky. More hits have fallen. But just to talk about the pitching, Carlos Rodon, I mean, if you look straight at the stat line, you may wonder like, oh, he only went 4. What was there? What happened? But velocity was not there today. His stuff was just not there. I mean, I believe like the Colton Wong home run leadoff was like on that 90-mile-an-hour pitch or something. It was pretty slow. Like for Carlos Rodon, who's always been like 93, 94, and now this year with a
And
slimmed
then he
down
works
version,
up in the later innings as well.
he goes up. I mean, he's hitting 96, 97 regularly. Like that's his average. He's averaging, I believe, 96 miles per hour. And he was just not throwing like that. I mean, bad start from Carlos Rodon. Like, and we talked about it. Velocity is always worrying when it comes to MLB pitchers because it just happens sometimes, and injuries can come out of nowhere. You just don't want that to happen. But I mean, it's just really an outlier for Carlos Rodon because if you're a White Sox fan, he's had so many great starts where I feel like you kind of just have to ignore this.
Yeah,
Like Carlos Rodon's
I'm
bad.
not paying attention to this one.
And I mean, he still had 5 Ks, so there's still a glimpse of the strikeout stuff without the velocity. So I mean, that just tells you that you shouldn't be giving up on Carlos Rodon. He'll be fine. He's my El Cy Young. He's my El Cy Young pick for this year, as long as Garrett Cole doesn't go off. And I mean, I'm kind of worried about that. But anyway, Carlos Rodon, great pitcher. Don't give up on him. There's no reason to. Then I mean, Jose Ruiz had a pretty good outing, but like it's garbage time. No one was
When
really
he's in
caring
garbage
that much.
time, he's electric.
I mean, he's throwing 98. He's a great pitcher. And then Ronaldo Lopez goes 2 innings, I believe, gets 4 Ks. And then Rowdy Tellez,
He is huge, by the
isn't
way.
even
Like
that
he's
good
a
of.
giant.
I do want to say they took, I don't know, Daniel Vogelbach. You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
Charlie?
yeah.
Daniel Vogelbach, gigantic. He's
Yeah,
on their team. They
yeah.
said, we need a left-handed hitter. Let's get that
We
guy.
need a bigger
But not him.
Daniel Vogelbach.
See, big boys hate home runs. And that's what Roddy Toulouse did. Had two runs in this game. I think he has like 3 RBIs. At least, no, I believe 2 runs, maybe an RBI. Great game by him. He crushed us. Corbin was good. Bad loss by the White Sox. I mean, I don't know if there's really anything to say. Charlie, anything else about this game? Or you just want to go into the best, at least for the White Sox, game 3?
I want to move on to the next game, and there is only one player that I want to focus on. There's only one player, and that is Lance Lynn. This guy is an absolute stud. He's a bear out there. He is just a classic, I don't even know any words to describe him. Like, he is just awesome. It finished 3-1, but 2 of those RBIs was from Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn looking like Dylan Cease out there, looking like Shohei Ohtani out there. Dylan Cease obviously went the crazy hits against the Reds in Cincinnati. And Sebi Zavala. I mean, it was really no one else producing. I mean, lots of guys with 1 hit. Vaughn with 1 hit, Tim with 1 hit, Sheets with 1 hit. Abreu went over. Yohan with 1 hit. But the hits that mattered were Lance Lynn and Sebi Zavala. And it's really interesting, man. But this is where I'm going to chillax for a second. Lance Lynn's reaction to him getting a hit with Daryl Boston shows the exact reason why hitters should not be hitting in the National League and not be hitting in any form of baseball. Because you're just jumping around going crazy, but it just shows how rare that is, that the pitcher gets like an influential hit or even a hit. Obviously, there's guys here and there. Shohei's, I don't put him in that category. There's DeGrom. But like, for the sake of these players' health, stop hitting him, Zon. Do you agree with me on that?
What'd you say?
Do you agree
cut
with
out
me
for a little bit.
on do you agree with me on the
Oh,
that take?
oh, absolutely. I mean, you saw DeGrom earlier this year injure his shoulder. I believe his shoulder injury earlier in the year caused by him swinging. I mean, if you're not named Shohei Ohtani, you shouldn't really be batting because Shohei Ohtani, the only reason he is batting because he's the best DH in baseball, and he pitches, and when he pitches, he can also hit. If he can do both, and no other pitcher can even come close. I mean, he has 35 home runs in a year. Are
36, I
really
think.
expecting? I know 35, but thanks for that correction, Charlie.
Did he not home
I
run
mean,
yet? Did he not homer yesterday?
his homer made him go to 35.
No, I thought he was already at 35. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're always right, Zon. With the suit, I
But
need to trust you more.
I mean, Charlie, trust a man with a tie.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's clip-on tie. Trust a man with a tie. But anyway, NL pitchers don't even combine for that value. I mean, if you're not named Daniel, I forgot his name, reliever who had a grand slam against Max Scherzer. If you're not, I mean, that's it, really. Pitchers should not be hitting. It sometimes gets cool moments like Ryan Weathers. He homered like a few days ago. It's like, oh, pitcher home run, that's cool. But I'd much rather have it where Nelson Cruz can have more than 16 teams to go to. Like, what happens when Nelson Cruz is able to go to a team like the Phillies or the Nationals instead of being forced in the AL? And you have so many other players like that. Edwin Encarnacion is a perfect example. He's a free agent, but I mean, earlier in his career, perfect DH. Just he has to be on an AL team, and that's so stupid. Makes no sense. If you have it in one league, just make it in both leagues. No one really cares. Doesn't really change the game that much. Sure, you see some great bunts sometimes. Sure, Jacob DeGrom hits well, but I'd much rather have Jacob DeGrom pitching every like 4 days or every 5 days, like pumping 101 and hitting 10 Ks that time. I just don't understand it. But to talk about that game, I mean, surely we've talked about this just pitching, and I mean, Lance Lynn was great this game, but you take going from him, Michael Kopech on, I'd say a bad day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Michael Kopech administered 2 walks, didn't get a K. That's a bad day for Michael Kopech, and he still didn't give up anything. And then Liam Hendricks for 2 innings, absolutely electric. Look at that
I
trio
guess
of pitchers,
there is
Charlie.
another player to talk
If I was the
about.
MLB, it's just pitching. If I'm another team in the MLB, I hope to God when I face the White Sox that they used Michael Kopech, Liam Hendricks, and Lance Lynn. Then I hope, I pray I'm facing Dallas Keuchel, Ronaldo Lopez, and Ryan Burr. Because that's best case scenario with the White Sox. Because when these 3 guys, or replace Lance Lynn with any other starting pitcher you want, but really there's 3 main, Giolito, Rodon, Lynn, replace those starting pitchers and then take Kopech, Hendricks. I'd be scared if I was any AL team, any NL team facing the White Sox.
And Eloy.
That is
Eloy is back.
Gross. And with hitting, Charlie. I mean, do you have any other thoughts on the Milwaukee series? Because I just want to talk about Eloy more.
Yeah, but we got a little bit more time before I have to head out. But Eloy, go. You take it away. The man with the tie. I'm gonna trust the man with the tie.
So good at baseball, Charlie. And I mean, we're not even talking about defense because who cares about defense? We're not the Tampa Bay Rays. We don't need defense. We're not the.
Until he gets hurt again.
We're
he's
the Chicago
DHing at least.
Yeah. Oh, please. I mean, first of all, Eloy Jimenez is no left fielder. Andrew Vaughn is a left fielder. You know why? Because Andrew Vaughn is a usable fielder. He's not the best. He's not no Joey Gallo. I think we can all agree on that, right? Right, Charlie? He's no Mookie Betts or Joey Gallo in the outfield. But what Andrew Vaughn has been able to do as a natural first baseman, what they have taught him and what he has used in left field is to make the smart play. Because he knows I'm not supposed to be here. I don't really know the best way to play this position. So I'm going to make the smart plays. I'm going to take the right route. I'm going to throw it to the cutoff man. I'm going to get under it. I'm going to make the smart plays because this isn't my natural position. Because he doesn't know that much. He's just using what's best at the position, what's most easy for him. And it's worked out beautifully. I mean, if I had to imagine Andrew Vaughn's DRS right now, defensive run saved, great defensive stat, I'd hope it is 0. Andrew Vaughn is just usable. He doesn't do anything great for you in the outfield. He just makes the smart plays, and he's not a deficient. He's not deficient in the outfield, unlike Eloy Jimenez. Now, Eloy Jimenez looks worse than me in the outfield because, Charlie, I don't know about you, but I've never fallen into a net in a baseball game and allowed an inside home run. Have you?
I haven't. I have not. He could have in that. I just sent that to you on Twitter a couple of minutes ago because I just thought it was funny. He could have just not fallen into the net. He's just so reckless. He's a clumsy fielder. I don't like it, but he's DHing, which is very good news. But Zan, if you don't have anything else to add, I'll close out the episode.
Just before we go, I also wanted to dress up for one more thing, Charlie. Since we're a professional, I just wanted to make it clear. I believe last episode you called me out for having many ones.
Yeah.
So here's a 20 for you, Charlie. Here's a 20.
Really?
And you know what, Charlie?
It's staying in
my suit pocket. You know why? It didn't fit it, but it's a pocket square. I'll have my $20 in my pocket square. You know why, Charlie?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because the Giants are winning the NL West, baby. First team to 60 wins. Kevin Gausman, second in the league on ERA.
He kisses the money.
This is staying in mind, and I'll add another one of them.
Oh, okay. I feel bad for the people who are listening on Spotify and Apple Music and Apple Podcasts right now because they are just not getting to see this. And if you want to watch us on YouTube, search up the Southside Agenda on YouTube, and we will be there. That's about it. Keuchel versus Mike Minor tonight in Kansas City. The return of the big baby Eloy Jimenez, and hopefully Tim Anderson can bat flip on Mike Minor once again and flip the bat. But thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back next week. Thank you.